Hi, Dan.
We're face-to-face for a bonus episode.
We are indeed.
What a concept.
The world has stopped. Yes. No, maybe not.
It's been a crazy couple of weeks.
All right. What's been happening? Where have you been? What have you done?
Would you like them in chronological order?
Oh, yeah, whichever is easiest for you.
Well, let's do chronological order.
All right.
So last week, I had a week with the youngest, while my wife was still at work for her last week before her summer holiday. We had a day where we went out and about in Helsinki. We hit some galleries. It kind of started as we'll go to one place for me, and then we ended up going to a ton of them. But...
Okay, so how did your youngest feel about all the places that, hey, these are Dad's things, not my things?
Well, he was okay. I took him to a couple of art galleries. I managed to see the end of the Paul Ossipo exhibition.
Yes.
Which was a little disappointing, but that's not really the point. Well, he used to be a bit out there. Now it was very fuzzy versions of reality, which I preferred the pop art and the weird stuff.
Right.
But I guess he's now in his late 70s, so less experimental these days. Anyway.
Or maybe it's just a reflection on how he sees the world, and, hey, it's fuzzy for all of us, I think.
Yeah. Well, that exhibition's finished. That was in Umhava. We went to a couple of other smaller exhibitions, and I asked Thomas to tell me what he saw in some pictures.
Okay.
And I can't remember which gallery we were in, but the lady who ran the gallery came out, and she was fascinated listening to a 5-year-old explaining what he was seeing in pictures, and she was really appreciative of his ability to see things in stuff. And
Good.
I was really enjoying that. I think he enjoyed it for the fact I was asking him questions for a change, because he's at the age where you're bombarded with a million questions a day about really obvious stuff, even though he knows the answer to half of them already.
Yes.
So that was good. I enjoyed that. He finally, and I don't know if we mentioned this on the podcast, but he finally got to the volcano in Amos Rex.
Oh, I think we've touched on this a really long time ago.
I'm not sure it made it into the podcast back then.
Okay, all right.
But basically, the problem they had with it was everybody was climbing all over it. It was set up as a volcano. What they've done is they've taken it apart into 3 parts now. So he had a good walk around it, not jumping on it or anything like that, but we got some good pictures. He was very happy he finally got to see it. The exhibition we went to at Amos Rex is still on with the 50 different artists or whatever it was. Yep. And he was fascinated with... It was like an old school computer game where you had to move forward and look up and down and get through these tunnels and tubes and that kind of thing, because he's never really been allowed to do that.
Yes.
Because we don't, he's 5. We don't want him to be overdoing things like that.
That's fair.
But yeah, generally, I think we managed a really good day on a very low budget. We had lunch at McDonald's. He ended up with an England football shark.
Oh.
God knows what that means.
What's a football shark?
It's a little soft, plushy toy thing.
Okay, with a England sweater.
A fake England shirt, because they're not allowed the logos and things.
Aren't they?
So they had the name of a footballer on the back, but the wrong number, and it doesn't have an England logo. It's just they're wearing the white kit with a few little details from an old shirt.
Wow.
Funny. So anyway, there was that. That was the first thing I wanted to talk about.
That was the day out.
That was the day out. And we also went to Kunsthalle.
Oh, what's happening there?
It wasn't particularly clear, but it seems there is an LGBTQ+. Is that the right letters? I don't know.
I think so. I think you've got them all.
Exhibition.
Okay. So is that part of Pride Month/week, or?
I think so, but obviously it runs a bit longer than that. I think it was a 2-month exhibition, which is relatively short for there. Normally they're sort of 5 or 6 months. Yeah. But that was okay. But the picture as you go up the stairs is worth checking out, and I'm not going to say any more. All right.
So everybody, get along to Tallinn and check out the picture going up the stairs.
Yeah. Let's move on to Tuska.
Pain!
There were times during the festival I was suffering. And there were times during the festival my ears had a lot of pain. I did 4 interviews while I was there with bands. The one thing
we'll find those on 10,000...
You can find those this Friday on 10,000 Hours of Indie. All the interviews and a proper review of the festival. So let's do something a bit more general for this.
Yep.
What I noticed, I've been to Flow lots of times. I've been to a few other festivals in Finland, Ilosari, Anchor Rock when I first moved here, when that was still going, etc. Yep. The people at Tuska were so much nicer and less snobby than at Flow Festival. For example, several times I'd look up and somebody had fallen over.
Oh.
And the whole group of people would rally
Like
round
rush,
them. Even
yeah,
not
yeah.
if they didn't know them, they'd rally round them, help them up, make sure they were okay.
Yeah.
You know, it was a real community atmosphere. Metalheads are really lovely people. Saw some good bands. I'd like to mention 3 bands in particular. One of them you'll have heard of.
No.
Queensryche.
Sorry, what?
Queensryche.
Queensryche.
They're a prog rock / metal band who started out in 1982.
Sorry.
No? Okay.
No.
They're quite legendary in their field.
Okay, good.
They're a bit similar to Iron Maiden in style, but
All right.
less boring
Okay.
and more prog. But not super prog, just proggy enough that anyone could enjoy it.
Okay.
You know, not
Which
the
kind
real die-hard prog that I love. But they were really good. They were on the last day. I'm not sure it was raining at that stage. The weather was weird. It was either really hot or raining all
Yes,
weekend.
it was, yeah.
Then I saw a Japanese band called Loudness. Now, when I was just before I started the interview, I was chatting to the singer, and he's like, "Oh, you're from England? Okay. Did you see us on any of our early tours when we were in England?" And I went, "I'm 1 year older than your band." And he was like, "Oh, probably not then."
So they've been around a while.
45-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is actually their 45th anniversary tour that that show was part of.
Super.
Lovely, lovely guy. Very conscious of how bad his English was, even though it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
There were a couple of times I had to ask the question twice because I had phrased it in an overly difficult way.
Yeah.
But generally, I enjoyed the festival. There wasn't as many bands as I would normally go to at a festival because metal isn't my comfort zone.
Sure. Yeah.
But there were a couple of bands that really surprised me because they weren't my thing at all. And I went along just either killing time or because they were to cover the 80 Bands Around the World project.
Sure. Yep.
And I was fascinated by it. Now, one thing I have to note about this festival is it's the first time I've taken earplugs to a festival. I've always had earplugs because I use them in the rehearsal room and things with my bands.
Now you are actually using them.
Now I was using them at gigs because I have now reached that age. The sound was sometimes a little bit off with the bands, with or without the earplugs. But I did have a much more comfortable festival, having the earplugs available, even if I didn't use them for every gig.
Yes.
That was, the Japanese band was Loudness, and then a band called Paleface Swiss.
Cool name.
Who are a deathcore band.
Okay.
Well, I interviewed the guy before they played, and I was like, look, I'm not a big metal guy. What is deathcore? And he went, I don't know. He said, frankly, the record label picked the genre, and we just go, whatever.
Okay, so
He was
maybe...
like, he basically said, I'm not into metal music.
Oh.
Because I've been asking the question, who else do you want to see at the festival, that kind of thing, and he went, there's not really any bands here that are in my ballpark. But he said, this band for me is about the energy.
Okay.
And my God, on the second,
full on energy?
on the second stage, which nearly had as big an area as the main stage, it was packed. I think they were the biggest band that played on the second stage in terms of audience.
Yep.
And everyone was moving. It was so intense. Not my kind of music.
Yep.
Probably not his if he was listening to it by the sound of it. But incredibly intense performance.
Okay.
Disappointment of the weekend was Megadeth.
Okay.
Boring. I mean, he's in his mid-60s now, I guess. He was kicked out of Metallica.
Yeah, yeah.
But he doesn't move. He just stands on stage, and every third song he goes, thanks.
Oh, okay.
So, not the most electrifying moment when you've got a lot of young bands who are really hyped up and jumping around and excitable. But overall, a good experience, and I will probably go again.
Okay, nice to hear. I have a sort of side question. What are the food offerings like? Because Flow is really big on no meat products and local food and that sort of thing. So
I had a slightly raw in the middle burger.
Okay.
They do have meat at this festival, yes.
I think it would...
I don't think you could have a metal festival if you didn't have meat options. They did have every kind of option.
I would agree with you on that one.
The difference for me about this festival is, and I've seen it at other festivals of that size, it's half the size of Flow.
Yeah.
There was a press tour, and we went backstage on the main stage, and I took a picture looking out of the audience, so I'll put that on our socials.
Yes.
But the discussion has been ongoing about what's happening at Suvilahti.
True. Yes.
Tuska will definitely be at Suvilahti for 2 more years.
Okay. Interesting.
And there is a space that has been assigned in the Helsinki area that will be a permanent performance space once Suvilahti closes.
Okay.
But I'm not sure I can talk about much more than that.
No.
Tuska will not be stopping because Suvilahti disappears.
Okay, good to hear.
I think that's an important thing to mention.
That's very important, yeah.
Does that answer your question?
That answers my question. I asked about food, but
food.
That's good.
There were a lot of food options. There were hot dogs, there were burgers, there were chicken things. The bit I was going to say was, like a lot of the medium-sized festivals in Finland, it had an Alippa.
Oh,
and they have one of these travelling Alippa things.
Yep, I've seen them.
So I got coffee, a salad and a chocolate bar for under €6.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a break-the-bank festival.
True.
And the tickets for Tuska are relatively decent. I would say it's a festival that anyone can go to. I went on my own, obviously, but a friend of mine was going for his first time because his daughter had just turned 18 and she wanted to go to Tuska.
Okay, cool.
So I spent a fair bit of time with them, hanging out and going through the experience with them.
So Pride also happened?
It did. I had planned to go.
I actually was not in town for Pride. And very interesting thing, I was chatting with, we're recording this on Tuesday, post-Tuska, post-Pride, chatting with a guest who had arrived in Helsinki Friday, and he was walking up Alexander Street on Saturday, and he said, I saw all the rainbow things, but I wasn't actually aware that Pride was happening. So somewhere there is a gap in actually promoting the fact that the Pride March was going to be happening.
Right, okay.
I think if you're living in Helsinki,
you can't get away from it.
You can't get away from it,
Not in a bad way. Okay, I've got one more thing.
Shoot.
Yesterday, which was Monday.
Yes.
Because we're recording this the day before, which is very late for us, to be fair. I went to Tallinn for a day.
Nice.
So, because it's well worth signing up for membership for both Viking Line and Eckerö Line, because you get offers thrown at you.
What about
Tallinn?
Tallinn also throw offers.
Tallinn as well. I've never used Tallinn, I don't think. Anyway, Viking Line. So, my youngest was free. My wife and I got €10 return tickets.
Very nice.
It's cheaper than going to Vanta.
Almost, yes.
So we did a day trip to Tallinn. We didn't have many hours there, but what I really wanted to talk about was how incredible, we went Viking Line, how incredible the Cinderella kids play area is now. It's got about 10 rooms. One's got a box of thousands of euros worth of Lego, which is where Thomas was mainly focused.
Wow, nice.
There's a computer gaming room that kind of covers all ages. There's an under fours room which has a ball crawl and lots of soft building blocks and stuff for them to play with. And it's done by sort of ages and there's a bit of everything. It was absolutely amazing. The one thing I noted was that the kids were so sad to be getting off the boat. Because they'd had all this stuff.
They had all this fun.
When I got there, it was almost silent because all the kids were very focused on what they were doing.
Yep.
And really building their Lego or whatever and very focused and single-minded on what they were up to. But the crying started as the parents were going, right, we better go and get in the queue to get off the boat now. Which we didn't do. We were like, let's stay here till they kick us off. That's always been my policy. I don't see the point in standing in a queue when you can be doing something.
True. All right, question. Did you eat in the buffet?
No, I've always thought that's a bit overpriced. I've had sandwiches and stuff in the past. I have done the buffet. If I'm doing an early morning ferry, I'll have a breakfast. But frankly, the price is coming back because my wife looked into it. It was €48 for the buffet.
Or you can eat, or you can drink. I mean, there is alcoholic beverage.
How much can you eat and drink in that time? I mean,
it depends what you eat.
I would like to add, in Tallinn, it has a similar lunch culture to Finland.
Yes.
So why would you eat on the ferry when you can go and have lunch in Tallinn for under €15?
True.
And generally, there's a few buffets and the same kind of thing you get in.
But if you're not going to get off the ship, so something I can add about the buffet is that they've certainly changed the way that they serve food. So big plates are not always available, and a lot of stuff is pre-plated, so you get a small serve, which means less food wastage, which is better.
Which is better, While we're on food, though, we did go for lunch in Tallinn as soon as we arrived, and very close to the ferry terminal is a new, very highly rated Italian restaurant.
Okay.
Whose name I can't remember, but if you look on the map at the ferry terminal, it's literally about 300 metres from the terminal.
2 minutes walk from the terminal.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
And it was... The pizzas were so big. My youngest, a 5-year-old, had a pizza, must have been an 18-inch pizza.
Wow, okay.
And he nearly finished it.
Wow, okay. Must have been a good pizza.
They were very thin.
Oh, this nice thin crust.
Perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely perfect. Soft in the middle, but crusty, and absolutely recommend that. But yeah, so I've been busy. And we'll be busy again before the next bonus episode, because I'm going to be off to Downtown Calling, which is a very Finnish pop-based festival at Nordis.
All right.
But the Libertines from the UK are headlining, which is why I wanted to go. I've never seen the Libertines. Yeah. And as he didn't die from a drug overdose in the 2000s, then it's worth seeing them.
I'd work and going to the Mucky and coming back and, nothing.
I did all the events for both of us for this episode.
You did all the events for both of us, yes.
Yeah.
Although there might be something in our future. But doing a test tour with somebody that's putting on a refreshing tour in Helsinki. There you go.
That's upcoming, is it?
That's upcoming.
Will that be in the next episode?
I don't know, but this summer, for sure.
Okay. Also, I think not next week, but the week after, it might be next week, there's Hesse Cup again.
Yes.
But this will be the first year in 6 I haven't got a child in the Hesse Cup, so I don't have to go. No, it's brilliant. I don't have to go.
Okay, all right.
There's World Cup's on. I'm overdosing on football. Bloody World Cup. So
don't want to talk about World Cup.
On the day of this podcast coming out,
yes,
I'm hosting the pub quiz for ESAF, or what used to be ESAF, in Kraken. So if anybody catches this early enough, come down to Kraken, because most people are going to be watching the England game.
Oh, so it clashes.
It's the first time I've written all the questions for the pub quiz. And I've put so much energy into it, and nobody I know's coming because they're all going to the fan zone to watch the football.
Oh dear.
But I'm sure we'll have a lot of Scotsmen there.
Talking about the fan zone, have you been hanging out in the fan zone already?
I have not done. I have literally watched from my sofa the 3 England games and nothing else, because this World Cup is a farce.
All right.
But we won't go into that.
We won't talk about that. Do you have to pay to get into the fan zone, or it's just free entry?
No, it's free, but the beer's pricey.
Okay, all right.
They've had some gigs. Paleface played a gig there.
Yeah. I saw some
and there's been a few things going on. A few people I've seen commenting online say it seems like a good idea, but you get there and it's all a bit of a con and a bit overhyped and that kind of thing, you know. I'm
guessing that BYO beverages is not allowed.
Absolutely not, no.
Damn, yeah.
It's probably one of those no bags of a certain size, because it is crammed, because it's right outside Music Italo and they've got limited space.
Really?
Yeah.
Because every time I've been past, there's been no one there and lots of space.
It's busy for the Finland. Oh, hang on.
There you go. Yes.
Our next episode will be next Wednesday, and we have been to Ullandlinna.
We have. It was a very nice day.
It was. It was a nice day, nice area, so much to explore that we didn't even touch on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can catch up with that next week, and have a great week, everyone.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Heather.